Doctors say slot machines can be addictive because they exploit dopamine reactions or our brain's reward systems to the point that we just keep pushing buttons and watching the scroll of objects often much longer than people intended as they lose money and lose time and in some cases compromise their health. Well, pushing buttons and watching an endless scroll of images. Ever notice how the social media sites like Facebook and Instagram also have us pushing buttons and scrolling through images and often much longer than many people may have intended? Well, attorneys general in Florida and more than 40 other states say that's no accident.
We know Meta has internal documents that include studies and reports discussing the harmful effects of Meta's product.
Well, the more time people spend scrolling, watching, and posting, the more money the sites make, and the more it could cost a lot of the users doing the scrolling. It can make people feel anxious if they don't get enough likes, or depressed if they get bullied, and enraged when they see stuff that makes them angry, which drives them to post and push buttons, which further reveals what kind of stuff pushes their buttons and drives them to more action. And then the algorithms and the advertisers flood them with much more of that kind of stuff to keep them worked up in an ongoing cycle that often fuels misinformation and anger, among other things. And we, of course, can see how that's infecting our culture and our politics as false information takes hold, and a lot of people have trouble distinguishing fact from belief, which, of course, could be fueling movements against science and academia, nuance, and public debate. But the attorneys general claim Facebook and Instagram are particularly harmful to children and teens for these and other reasons.
I would go on my phone intending to do other things and then instinctively start opening up Instagram, opening up different social media platforms without even meaning to.
Inevitably, I joined the most popular social media platform as a means of trying to fit in, and I got sucked into the algorithm.
It's no surprise to parents that children cannot stay off their phones, and this has been shown to be very addictive to children across the United States. It's caused mental health problems, sleep problems.
And they claim Facebook and Instagram's parent company Meta is exploiting kids with tools and techniques to knowingly addict them and harm their mental health.
Features like infinite scroll and near constant alerts were created with the express goal of hooking young users, continually luring them back online and causing long-term psychological harm.
The company knew exactly how these design decisions could and would hook young people to the point of addiction, and yet continued to use them.
And they say it can hook users to the point of addiction, not just around silly videos, but stuff that fuels mental health issues and concerns about body image, especially among teens.
The filters that will improve your shape because you don't look that good, and giving this kind of a mental and depression about it. Add into this one the likes. Nobody likes me. I don't have that many likes. What's going on? So they are playing into the emotional part of the kids.
Now, part of this goes back to revelations from former Facebook manager Frances Haugen. She shared internal company documents which appear to show the company knew that its algorithms push content that caused body image and mental health issues to devastating results.
We've seen escalating rates of suicide and depression amongst teenagers.
And she said the company repeatedly misled the public about what its own research reveals about the safety of children.
Facebook's own reports say it is not just that Instagram is dangerous for teenagers. It is actually more dangerous than other forms of social media.
Now, that may be up for debate given the growing concerns in Congress about one of Facebook's competitors, TikTok.
Your technology is literally leading to death.
Researchers at the nonprofit Center for Countering Digital Hate opened TikTok accounts posing as 13-year-olds. And their report states they pause briefly on videos about body image and mental health and like them. And then within 2.6 minutes, TikTok algorithms recommended suicide content. Within 8 minutes, content related to eating disorders. And every 39 seconds, it recommended videos about body image and mental health to teens.
TikTok could be designed to minimize the harm to kids, but a decision was made to aggressively addict kids in the name of profits.
So Meta's not alone in drawing challenge from our governments, especially when it comes to kids.
I think the reason why parents need to be concerned about young people spending a lot of time on screens is really about the idea that their brains aren't fully developed yet.
And that brings us back to Meta and other social media giants that are making the greatest profits in the history of the world, and the coming battles in court and in our nation's halls of power that all come down to money, power, and politics.